Well, we've got quite the doozy today with the amount of HP that Elite Lych has. 270% HP than the usual stuff, although only at 75% speed. The usual amount of paragons, which is a nice limited pool of heroes to select. And there aren't any towers that I can see which are restricted, which is pretty cool. And a good amount of starting cash as well, and I play double cash mode because I cannot into boss events to save my life. An annoying thing about End of the Road is not particularly a great map for the Spike Factory, because any spikes, just like with the starting pile of spikes, are going to get instantly eviscerated regardless of what side of the track in which they are placed on. Yeah, I don't ever play boss events to get the highest score, I just play to have fun. I just don't get the strategies in order to get the absolute most amount and finance the most amount that you can and sell stuff at the optimal timing or have the best defense down for a particular round versus microing your finance as well. And I just don't get that sort of leaderboard stuff. If you do, that's perfectly fine, but it's just not for me. Maybe we need to go up to bigger spikes at some point with, bigger stacks with those spike factories at the middle of the track. Right, will this hold for round 15? I hope it will do. Hope it will. Yeah, we managed that. Yeah, so if we don't have Geraldo, then Ben is definitely the second best option for a hero in a boss event. Looking to get a BRF as soon as possible, and obviously I did not do the perfect micro in order to get the most amount of finances. I'm such a disappointment. Purple balloons, the first set of purple balloons of the entire match. Right, do we have enough PS going forward? Also, this is a big money maker for Ben because of the amount of balloons that actually spawns on the map at this round. There we go, round 27 sorted. Let's upgrade both of these to 220s, and this should be able to hold the line. Yeah, that's good. Right, second BRF online. Now, I should think about our defenses for round 40. While it's very ideal to get as many spike storms up as possible so we can counter Lich, we still got to think about all of the ceramics that could spawn out at any given point in time. So, a mixture of both the top path and the middle path when it comes to spike factories will do us a load of good here. So, I'm thinking possibly at the end of the track have some top path ones, and throughout the rest of the track, including the end of the track, have some middle path ones as well. I do feel like I'm missing out on a lot of finance potential here because I'm focusing on the defenses, but sometimes you gotta sacrifice a bit of moolah in order to achieve an outcome in which you're happy with. This, I'm still a bit mixed. Yes, I was a sticky bomb ninja as well to be able to help us out, because this is a lot of HP for tier 1. I mean, we could spray these out, but at the same time, we kind of need these really for when the Elite Lych meets a skull, so we can instantly take care of everything when it spawns out. Second skull active. It instantly gets rid of the Lich Soul, which is good because then we don't lose lives. But at the same time, this is nearly halfway throughout the track, and this is obviously what you call not a good time. And I'm losing track of everything that I'm going on. I could afford a third BRF right about now. Right, spawn another one, prevents all of that from occurring. Is it just me, or does the sticky bomb feel like it's less of a viable thing to use against a boss nowadays? I feel like that is the case. Right, we need all three of our abilities to come back, or at least two of them. There we go. Spray another one, and then spray. Yep. Great, the round had to change while the spike storm was being cursed around. But no, the game decides to remove all of them because of round mechanics. Right, round, would you please not change while this phase is going on here? That's not meant to be a pun because of Elite Phase, by the way. Okay, another spike storm, very good, and one more for the rest of the tier, and hopefully this should be it. Hopefully, you're kind of getting away from our spikes. There we go. As you may tell, we might be going for the wonderful mega massive munitions factory Paragon in this video. And it'll be a great showcase to see how well the Spike Factory Paragon does against the boss. I saw somebody being able to instantly kill the tier 5 Brunarius using the degree 100 Spike Factory, which is pretty stupid and is insane, not gonna lie. This is one of the better maps though in order to get one of the largest Monkeyopolis sacrifice farm pools in the entire game. Oh, we're kind of getting a bit bottlenecks back here. I'm gonna upgrade both of these to Spiked Mines actually. This might look ridiculous, but let me tell you, it's going to look even more ridiculous than you think it might be. I'm going to require 65,000 moolah, game. We have these BRFs. Hopefully they can give us the funds in which we need. Okay, round 60 and onwards. So the idea is that we get the mad, and as soon as the skull is met, we're going to use a carpet of spikes in order to get rid of everything that spawns on the field, just like that actually. So hopefully that gets rid of all of the chained ones and Lich Soul instantaneously, so we don't lose lives. But knowing me, anything could happen. Second one met, brilliant. It's mainly for the Lich Soul over anything else. Although round 62 is here. Gonna use the Siphon ability on probably the third wave. Oh god, look at that HP! Not really getting for a lot, are we now? Actually, I may build it up by using the Siphon ability on the first slot here. Yeah, that's not looking good. That's not looking good when it comes to our means of survival and stuff. And this is going to swallow up all of these, so it means that... oh, gosh, no. Please stop it. You're not going to stop, are you? Yeah, it's going to be really tight, but it is going to be doable. But it's just not out of my own preference, which is to do it more comfortably than what we're doing right now, which is not feeling like a lot. Okay, that's going down. Activate that. We've got a good amount of lives, so I think Spike Storms are a very, very good way of preventing the Lich Soul from being able to have a chance of draining their lives, and also removing all of the undead as well. There we go. Did you see the Lich Soul appear? I didn't think so. Also, I put one of these at the beginning of the track because, well, you keep eating up all of the ones over here, and I was afraid of round 63. There we go. That should be tier 2. There we go. There that goes. So, what's next? Well, we're going to need a Paragon at the very least for the tier 3 one. This might be a good move. It might be a bad move, but it is a move of all times. Although in a way, this is a bad idea if you want a round to go on for longer than when you want it to, because this thing just instantly kills everything. Around this time of the game, that is. Priority achieved maximum ultra boost. So to get this, you need to have the overclock aspect activated of the ultra boost, which is for spanning without the times 10, and the times 10 as well, while the village is also nearby another village. So you get that maximum range, although you could also put down like a support sacrifice True Sun God to boost its range further, but then it'll make everything cheaper. Okay, so we finally have the ultimate moneymaker in our store here at our disposal. 76 evades our XXL trap. Thank you. Though it is advised not to overclock or ultra boost something too close to Lich. It has to be within Lich's like leeching range. I don't know how else to call it. It's a means of being able to snag that temporary boost and then get the benefits out of it, and then obviously does what it does best and be a pain in the neck. Right, we're not in a good position as we are right now. The Apex Plasma Master is not going to be powerful enough for our endeavors, and I don't think I'll be able to construct our Boomerang Paragon in time, but let's commence with this nonetheless. Hopefully this goes well, but something about a near 3 million HP Lich on tier 3 does not give me confidence. And I don't think activating our turbocharge abilities is going to yield us any favors. In fact, don't do it, otherwise you'll just trigger its leech thing. Okay, not going to give it any boost, we're just going to give it as it is. Degree 11, that should be okay, but still not doing a good amount of damage. And it's taking forever to get rid of everything else, which is a problem. Although we are 2 skulls down, which is good. But it's just taking forever to get through the chained ones. Yeah, should do better against the second lap here. I mean, it's halfway throughout its HP, and it's not even halfway through the track. And this kind of came away through the quarter of the track as well when we got our Boomerang Paragon. Yeah, this thing is definitely better than the, what do you call it? The Apex Plasma Master when it comes to just output and damage and everything along those lines. Definitely better against this boss than Apex Plasma Master, but Apex Plasma Master is more or less map dependent. The Master Bomber, and then hopefully everything else will come along from there. We need a very decent, what do you call it? A very decent Ninja Paragon to be able to hold off on its own, as its own. Something along those lines. There, and there goes that. Brilliant. So you. Right, it's time to put these factories on overdrive. With overclocks. While the bottom cross path gives you less money, it does mean that you don't have to worry about auto-collecting it by clicking this collect button every time it comes up. I'm pretty sure this is not the way to maximize profits with your middle path farm. I think you're supposed to wait for it until it actually gets to its maximum point and then collect it. It seems you have lost your Ultra Boosts throughout the Tier 3. That's okay. Hopefully you retain yours throughout Tier 4. You're far away enough from the track, aren't you? Although all of these might get absorbed. But it doesn't matter. We'll have damage. Right, damage time. Put you up to there, and hopefully that will be sufficient enough. And if you do get over here, I am expected more HP to be rejuvenated at the end of each round or beginning of the next round because of I've learned that this thing actually enables Lich to recover its HP. It's really stupid, but that is life. Life is stupid. At near 13 million HP, people. I'm doing this. It's a stupid idea, but I'm doing it nonetheless because it's a stupid idea, and you're going to absorb them, aren't you? You're gonna take my... Perhaps I shouldn't do that. There's a lot of stuff absorbed. Yeah, I'm gonna think about selling you because you're actually not doing good for us. You're actually taking more than I thought you were going to. I'd say the only positive when it comes to regenerating its HP is if you can actually tank the additional HP, then that is a good way of farming pops. Alright, Lich, you're really gonna have to do something when it comes to your ability of surviving on the battlefield. Okay, that is the last skull met. We can just spam these out now and be done with you. Thank goodness for that. Tier 4 eliminated. Yeah, I was surprised about how much HP the Lich regenerated. I wasn't surprised because of all the overclocks over here, but when it comes to the permaspike alone, that was a bit too much, wasn't it? Then again, it's probably a percentage of HP rather than like a raw amount of HP regenerated from a certain kind of temporary buff. Probably a bit early, but we're going to see how much we can put into the Master Builder. I'm going to do 1.5 million for you because I want some reserves for my mega massive munitions factory. Okay, 1.501 grants us a degree 57. I'm quite happy with that. Right, we're going to get ourselves a submarine Paragon for all of this because are you going to really benefit the cooldown rate of our abilities of our mega massive munitions factory when we get it? Can I... Let's hold out. Yeah, if you're looking for pops, I think Super Mines is the way forward. 2.2 million! Although having one of our Century Paragons here is not a good idea. Right, that is the last of the bads removed from existence. Now we're going to see how much we get from you. I feel that was a bit too much. Let's go with 1 million and see how much we get from the Nordics. 1.25 million. Mr. Krabs goes wild with a degree 59 Nordic Siege Core. Okay, let's sell everything else and see where we can go from there. Only 1.2 million. Maybe I should not have done all of those sacks. But alas, we are here with a degree level. I think it's 50 something. It's just 50. So we've got 50, we've got 62, we've got 57 and 59. So between 50 and 62, we managed to get ourselves a good base going on here. But is this an... I put you in the wrong spot. Fine, hopefully at some point we'll be able to unleash Armageddon on the Lich. I was supposed to call you the Vortex. No thanks. Okay, now let's lay waste to this entire behemoth. With what we have going on here, hopefully you don't get any sacks from the Spike Paragon. I hope you don't anyways, because that'll be stupid. Like if you manage to get our temporary boosts from our Spike... Yeah, you get it! You get it from that! That's no good! Okay, we can't use that ability then. We can use the other ability here, but we can't use that ability. Which is not good for our endeavors. Yeah, this is definitely a tanky boss, not gonna lie. If I use this ability, it's definitely going to restore the HP of Lich, which is not what you call a very good thing to have on board here. Okay, it's time to unleash Armageddon upon you. You're gonna have a lot of HP removed, Lich. Where was it? I think it was a little bit of a jump. Probably not the best Paragon against a boss, but nonetheless, this should cause a good amount of damage once you come back around. Hopefully it does us justice. Hopefully, just go through this and then be absolutely terminated. I mean, it's good if you do get a build-up, but I think you need a build-up first for this to be especially powerful. So that is, everybody, Elite Lych. Probably not the best use for your mega massive munitions factory. I think you definitely need to build it before round 120 so that you can get a stockpile of spikes built up and then deploy your massive damage from there. So yeah, I think this ability actually restores the HP of the Lich because it is a temporary boost to its attack speed. So 80 million, that's a pretty good amount of HP, not gonna lie. Ascended Shadow obviously took first place with nearly 45 million because you have a tier 4 and tier 5. Master Builder did very well at 21.2 million and you did 17 million, which is very good. See, I definitely think I didn't do the best that I could with this Paragon. I feel like there's one that you probably have to have later on in the map or wait for it to come back around and meet all of those scary, weirdy mines. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. I've earned myself a insta overclock in that scenario, and we shall see each other in the next video of whatever it might be. It definitely won't be a Lich video, let me just say that right about now. Or definitely not what you call this boss event. Thank you all so much for watching and take care of yourselves, everybody.